Look, the old way of training people is broken, and you know it. Hours of boring PowerPoints, endless PDFs nobody reads, and classroom sessions where half the team is checked out before lunch. That's wasted time, wasted money, and worst of all, wasted potential. Every minute you spend forcing employees to sit through the same tired training stops them from actually doing their job better, faster, smarter. It's frustrating as hell watching your team struggle to retain anything meaningful because you're stuck in the past. Now imagine this. What if your training wasn't just passive, or cookie cutter, or irrelevant? What if you could throw your team into real situations, real problems, but without the consequences of messing up? That's where virtual reality kicks the door down. VR throws your people into the middle of the action. They're not reading about policies or hearing bullet points. They're doing, reacting, making decisions in real time. And the crazy part? They remember it. They learn deeper, faster, with way less fluff. Here's the ugly truth most leaders don't want to face. Traditional methods don't stick because humans aren't wired to learn by just hearing or reading. They learn by experiencing, by failing in safe zones, by feeling the pressure and urgency. VR nails that experience better than any textbook or slide deck ever could. It hits the brain from every angle: sight, sound, movement, which means your team isn't just passive listeners. They're active participants, forced to think critically under pressure. That kind of training doesn't just improve skills, it builds confidence and sharp instincts, things no checklist can teach. But here's the catch. Just buying a VR headset and calling it a day won't cut it. You have to build scenarios that hit the exact pain points your company faces. Don't waste time on generic programs. Create or customize virtual worlds that solve your real problems, whether it's crisis management, customer interaction, or mastering complex machinery. The deeper you dig, the more real the training feels, and the more your team learns in ways you can't get from traditional classes. Another insane advantage? VR training is scalable and consistent. You don't need the best instructor every time. You don't have to worry about who's focused, who's phoning it in. The virtual environment sets the pace for everyone, every session. That means fairness, efficiency, and a huge reduction in variability. Everyone gets the same high-quality experience, every single time. Now let's get brutally honest. VR costs more upfront than some classic training programs. But ask yourself, what's the cost of keeping things the way they are? The cost of high turnover, mistakes, low morale? The time wasted figuring out why training isn't working? When you look at it like that, VR is an investment that pays for itself multiple times over, and fast. If you're serious about leading, about building teams that don't just survive but dominate, stop settling for training that's tired and outdated. Demand VR that's tailored, that puts your employees in those tough scenarios, and watch what happens when they stop guessing and start knowing. Build that muscle now, or watch your people fall behind. You want your team to perform like the world's best? You want growth without the usual bullshit losses? VR is your weapon. Use it aggressively. Real learning means real doing. Real doing means winning. Don't let old ways drag your company down. Step up, build smarter training that sticks, and watch your people transform. This is the future. It's here. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check the featured link to learn more.